Right, we're back to the second part. And it's my turn this time, so I'll go right ahead. Now, I chose the probably a place that I found actually quite interesting in the world, the Catacombs
Thought you were going to say
uh,
Scunthorpe.
in Paris, because it's just how big it is and the just general, both the size and just some of the stories I've heard about it. But I was going to choose this one story in particular. Um, so it says this by far is one of the creepiest Paris catacombs legends. In the early 1990s, a group of cataphiles, so like they're the people who like regularly go down into the catacombs, study it, were walking through the dark chambers of the cemetery. They happened upon a video camera on the ground. To their surprise, the camera had footage on it. As the group watched the footage, they heard disturbing noises. It became apparent that the man holding the camera was lost and had no idea how to escape. In the video, the audience can clearly draw that the man is going mad inside of the network of underground tunnels. The video ends abruptly with the man dropping his camera on the ground. To this day, no one knows who the man is or if he came out alive. Many believe that this is also what inspired the As Above, So Below movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
Really good horror film as well.
Yeah,
I think I've seen that one actually.
Yeah, it's a bit low budget, so like a couple of times, it loses a bit of its like scare factor, I suppose, or like like
sort of plays into like the paranormal activity.
Yeah,
thing.
But I've just always found it like I don't know if I could personally go down into the catacombs without full well knowing that I'm with someone who I can trust and stuff, because it's up there with like my top fears to get lost down there. I'd just be like wandering for miles
as well.
Yeah.
Like less than 6 foot tall, so like I'd feel really, really claustrophobic in there. Just like from a personal standpoint, I don't think it could.
There's like 6 million people dead in there, bro.
I know, I know, but like just even still, like it made me feel worse, feeling like even more claustrophobic.
Is that like the biggest graveyard in the world, essentially?
I mean, yeah, I suppose so. I mean, one of the extended to the south, one of the part of the gates is called the Gate of Hell. It doesn't exactly.
It's not very appealing, is it? Like,
leave you with the
Gate of Hell.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Drinks?
What do you think about that guy's story?
It could easily just be. I mean, when did you say it was?
The 90s.
It's very unlikely then that he's just having a prank, isn't it?
Yeah, that was kind of before pranks were invented.
There's
those kind of pranks anyway.
There's a couple of people who have like died and been found or something like that, have gone missing because they've got drunk or something and tried to walk through the catacombs and just got fucking lost.
Someone?
Yeah, why don't you go on there and be like, you know what we should do? Get fucking wankered down next to loads of dead people. Like, who does that? Yeah, let's go and just get absolutely wankered next to skulls. Just fucking.
You've got to be like tripping to do that.
Do you know who the YouTuber is?
Nightscape, is he called?
Nightscape, yeah.
Yeah, he got mugged down there, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think we watched that video together. It was on Happy Hour.
He wanted to go down the catacombs. He met this girl, like introduced him to this guy who was said to be like a cataphile or someone who knows his way around the catacombs, and they took him.
He was something file.
They took him and his they took him and his mate down and like through all the way. I think he said he had a map, but couldn't quite work out.
I think it was badly drawn or something. Like
a
hand-drawn map.
But anyway, they got to this like part where like it's like a common part where there's like loads of candles and lights and stuff. So that like a lot of people have been there. But they were like, "Oh, we'll carry on searching." And the guy took them, and apparently he kept asking them like if they had a fucking like either a map or something like that. He kept asking a couple of weird questions, which like weirded them out. And he took like his really expensive camera, but they got to this one point, and then the guy was like, "Oh, we'll just go ahead here." And they went to go and look and take some more pictures or something like that. And they came back and he'd gone, and he'd like taken their camera, and their phones were like running out of charge and stuff. And he was like genuinely like he thought he was going to die. And apparently, after a while, I can't remember if they walked somewhere or they just stayed where they were, and they got found by someone. And they're not sure if like the guy that came and found them, like the other guy told them to go find them because like he didn't want to fucking
you felt
basically
guilty,
he murdered someone. But I was just like fucking sitting there and just thinking like the level of dread that would go through like my body, realizing that like I'm lost down there. Like, I don't like being lost anyway. Yeah.
But be honest, as like if we were there in Paris, like all three of us, I reckon we'd do it. Like, I reckon we would.
Yeah, I like if we found someone that was like I don't know, like trustworthy in terms of like or like a couple of people. I don't know. I don't know if
like tour guides.
Is it illegal? It's illegal.
No. They do have tour guides, but they only take you through like a certain part of the catacombs, and a lot of people want to go and fucking.
There is an illegal part of it, right?
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, is it because it's like just not safe down there, or what? So not stable enough, or just not?
Yeah, well, it's just fucking so long, bro. Like, you know, like you just don't know where you're going.
Yeah. There's probably like maps on Google and stuff you could find, surely.
Yeah.
There's got to be people that like this guy, but have actually died in there, just wandered in and died in there. There's got to be at least 100 in the whole. Got to be
probably, bro. Plus, it's about 186 miles. Fuck me.
It's like the whole of Paris.
186 miles.
That is the whole of Paris and some.
Oh my god!
Could you imagine? Because if you took the wrong turn and you kept saying to yourself, if I just keep walking, I'll find my way out of here. You'd be dead. Do you know what I mean? You walk
186 miles. That's like, well, put that into perspective. That's what, like 8 marathons, 7-8 marathons.
Yeah.
That's a long fucking way.
The only Combs I want to see is Sean.
Puff Daddy. parts of it are open to the public, but the rest are like fucking off limits. There's a picture, some of the pictures as well, like people crouching inside.
Yeah,
and shit.
I just had a look at a picture. It's grim.
Yeah, I don't think I could go in there just because I think it's just being claustrophobic.
The Paris Catacombs, otherwise known as the Empire of Death.
That was in London. Guaranteed there'd be a Wetherspoons in there.
So, yeah, there's like there's like little to no noise pollution as well. So it's like you fucking like they're hollow rooms. So like, isn't it as well that like one of the worst rooms in the world?
The most silent room of silence.
Yeah, because you can hear your own bodily organs.
I heard Calix did a video in there when he was and he did it so that he could only talk every like 10 minutes, and then that was if you haven't watched that video, I don't really watch Calix, but that's like one of the only Calix videos I've watched, and that was a really, really good video. I think he broke the world record for like staying in there the longest amount of time or something. Wow. It was crazy.
It's not just damp. Some places you have to walk through water. Some of it's flooded. So just me, I just couldn't, like, personally, like.
No, I don't think I could.
You know, I mean, maybe like if there's
someone like dropped you in there and said like, right, find your way out, I'll give you 20k. Would you do it?
No chance, mate. It's 186 fucking miles. Do you realize?
Do you realize how die?
But there's got to be a lot of exits and entrances.
No,
you'd think that.
I don't know.
Like, no, it'd probably just be on the. Yeah, maybe if you knew a map, right? People underestimate how far a mile is.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? Like like you think about distance. It's like even 100 meters, like 100-meter sprint. Someone's like, oh, that's not that far. But when you actually get like in line for a race, you realize how fucking far 100 meters is. So if you know, if you play football, that's like what, 100 yards or something like that, which is, or how big is a football pitch? Which is not like 90 to 120 20 meters long, right? So a mile is 1.6 kilometers, which is 1600 meters. Yeah. So if you've been on a full-size football pitch, that's 16 football pitches, right?
Oh, that's long.
And then on top of that,